halftime, you have something to build on.
Hey, go, go! Go, go!
They put Strange in motion. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
That is intercepted. Picked off by their rookie linebacker. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
He'll air this one out for Watkins.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. Now Richardson. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on fourth and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. Set to go now on first and 10. Now here's Lawrence. Checking it down, this one is caught. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Lawrence out quickly to Thomas on the RPO. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. Throwing is Lawrence. He's going to keep it himself.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
They'll come to the line now on second and 2.
Gun. Think right open. Hey, kill. Here we go, sir.
Here's Lawrence. That's to the right side and incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on the...
And he's in! Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. On 2nd down, Richardson. Looking middle, and he's got downs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. The Colts now going to send out their field goal unit. This one from 54 yards out. This one is good. He knocks it through. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Colts are on top as we head downstate to Orlando. And we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the 2nd half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. We'll get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
Left. Lisa 24.
Here's a run to begin this 3rd quarter. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Rip 23.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big time ball.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal. From the gun, Richardson gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Richardson to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Powering forward. He's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A try here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Colts will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line.
Hey, Ron. Here we go.
They'll begin here on the ground. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get this very close to a 1st down. A nice run there. Will just end up a little bit short.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
And that is incomplete.
So here in the 2nd half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points. But really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play, it stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Richardson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That is brought in. Big gain, and that changes the complexion of this drive all the way down to the... On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7. Second down and 3. Throwing, Richardson. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Colts. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. The PAT, up and good. And the Colts will add 1 more onto their big lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
All right, let's go.
And he'll manage managed to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Ralph.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Hey, go! Here we go, son.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. 18 yards on the connection. 1st down, Jacksonville. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He gets that to Brown. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd down, Lawrence. He finds Thomas coming across the field. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Now 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, Travis Etienne. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Red on red.
Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. To throw is Lawrence. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in there.
And he's in. Brenton Strange. Touchdown, Jaguars. Now Lawrence gets his guys set for this 2-point attempt. Now they'll set up to throw. That is caught. And they get the 2-point conversion. And give them credit, they are not mailing this one in. They'll try to get it back with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky.
To the pylon, he's in. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for 2.
Here we go, son.
Lawrence now. That's pulled in. And they're able to tag on the 2-point conversion. Down 3 scores, and it's late. They're going to need a few bounces to go their way. They'll start right here trying to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Let's go now.
Now Richardson. First down throw there is incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A ball deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Indy. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year. An extra point attempt to follow. It's up and through. And the Colts will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, run.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Hey, Lion. 11.
In the pistol, here's Lawrence. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Hey, easy. Route.
Throwing is Lawrence. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Lawrence now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. It's second down. Back to throw. Lawrence. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. A pickup of 12 yards. That's good for a Jaguar first down.
Hey, go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Gun.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Firing right side, brought in by Brown.
Easy. Go.
On first down, Lawrence. That is hauled in at the 5. And the Jags are looking at a first and goal as he's taken down at the 2-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a...
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.